the award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2024. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the over 5,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel College, Lane College, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee. At FMY Orthodontics, we believe a beautiful, healthy smile is the key to boosting confidence and enhancing quality of life. Our team of highly skilled and compassionate orthodontic professionals is dedicated to providing personalized care in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Whether you're looking for traditional braces, clear aligners, or other orthodontic solutions, we offer a variety of options to meet your needs. Our goal is to provide the most effective and efficient orthodontic treatment for every patient.
Kaufman's is proud to offer the Maven Furniture Collection. Amish made in America, Maven is a third-generational family-owned business that makes beautiful, solid hardwood furniture, customizable with multiple wood species, finishes, and hardware selections available. Fine furniture is an art. If you appreciate the very best, we invite you to create your own masterpiece that you and your family can enjoy for years to come. Kaufman's, relax your home.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
There's no doubt when it's time to call the pros for your heating system, and there's no doubt who to turn to. McCoy's Heating and Air and Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company. Just the kind of pros I like to do business with. McCoy's quick and professional service was a blessing. I highly recommend. Wish they had more stars than 5 because I'd surely give them a 10. McCoy's is, in my opinion, the GOAT of heating and air. Daikin and McCoy's, West Tennessee's 5-star heating and air team.
At Rep Local Lawrence Funeral Home, we provide gentle guidance and support during one of life's most challenging moments. Our dedicated team is here to help you create a meaningful and personalized tribute for your loved one. From arranging heartfelt services to handling all the details, we ensure every aspect is taken care of with the utmost respect and compassion. Trust us to be there for when it matters most. Call 731-783-3026 to speak with one of our experienced funeral directors. Rep Local Lawrence Funeral Home, a tradition of caring since 1925.
Hey Jackson, welcome to Chuck Hutton Nissan. The Chuck Hutton name has been on car dealerships since 1919, and we would love the opportunity to show you what we're all about. We're locally owned. Our business model is big inventory and big volume on new and used cars. Nissan has awarded us a huge inventory, and we're going to sell them to you at invoice. Just choose a car from our great selection, we'll pull out the invoice, and that's what you'll pay. We look forward to meeting you at Chuck Hutton Nissan, 495 Van Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
Let me tell you about the American Dream. In 1974, I had $425 to my name. I bought 21 carpet remnants, rented an old lumber shed, and opened Deaton's Rug Barn on East College. I worked long hours with hope of taking care of my family. I'm so thankful to Jesus who changed my life. He gave me a dream. So in 1985, we opened Deaton's Carpet One on the 45 bypass with a commitment to customer satisfaction. My friends, don't give up on your dream because your dream can come true.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At The Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
And welcome to the great softball field of the South Gibson Lady Hornets, where we've got district action between two of the best teams in the district and maybe two of the best teams in the state of Tennessee. I'm Coach Joe Holloway in Worthy Road Studios. The BallGame Blitz in the South Gibson High School and their Facebook page is going to bring you live action from this beautiful stadium. And this is going to be a knockdown and drag out as our coach, Allie Harris. What a job she has done in her first year. She played here. Now, the former coach of the Lady Hornets is the opposition, Baron Jimerson. He has his son helping him. And so we're going to have two teams very familiar with each other, both with contrasting styles. We score a lot of runs, South Gibson does. They play small ball over at Crockett County, and they have a lot of stolen bases, which we will have to watch for. And, of course, this is a copyright broadcast of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz on the South Gibson Facebook. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. 79 degrees and partly cloudy. Now, we've got a big cloud here, but that's all right. It's bright for the game. You can see the sun coming around the edges of those clouds and stuff. Who knows? Light's not ready to be on yet. Field is in great condition. Remember, we call the area the pitcher pitches from a circle. And, of course, other broadcast here for Worthy Road Studios, TCA, USJ. We have all the Union home games, and Worthy Road Studios Union broadcasts are a model for the Gulf South Conference games at other schools also. We've done rockabilly, boxing. We've done Lane College football, Bethel College football, done some other college basketball games. And, of course, there are churches that we shoot for and are filmed for and put on the stream. There are other things that Worthy Road Studios does. The leader in streaming and picture production, video production, Worthy Road Studios. Get hold of them. Now, don't forget about all of our great advertisers. You'll see some of them like the Blacksmith, Fitscapes, and Jones Chevrolet up on the screen. You'll see great commercials. Patronize those people. Go by and support them, because those are the ones you don't have to pay like the National Federation. These games come to you free, and you want to support them. Tell them you appreciate them bringing you South Gibson sports, also USJ and TCA sports. But your South Gibson games cost you nothing. If you were getting this over the National Federation, it cost you $11.99 a month plus the taxes. And, of course, we're up here in the great press box. Two great friends to my left that are always so helpful. And sometimes in spring sports, a little harder to get rosters, and everybody has to pitch in and work together. I want to thank the baseball team from the other night. But let's focus on Crockett County, who comes in at 16-4, and the South Gibson Lady Hornets, who come in at 15-5. You see the lineups being exchanged. You see Allie out there. You see Barron out there. Everybody's familiar with both those coaches. And remember, Allie played here, and, you know, she wants to beat last year's mentor who went to Crockett County to coach, and it's going to be fun. Talk to both coaches today, plus got to talk to Trey Jimerson, who I was a little familiar with because he was the assistant at Jackson Christian School at one time, and I've done some of those games in the past. The Lady Hornets, of course, were in the TSSAA state tournament last year, and good win and going up there and want to go back. So does Crockett County. They want to get there too. The ground rules explained. The teams are just about ready. And I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a short time out here on the game here on the South Gibson Facebook. We'll be back after this.
At Kaufman's, we believe your bedroom should be a retreat, a place of comfort and rest. Explore top brands with adjustable bases for the best night's sleep. Visit Kaufman's today and let our sleep specialists help you find your perfect fit. Kaufman's. Relax. You're home.
Don't wait to improve your sleep. Save big on top mattress brands during the President's Day event. Get savings on trusted Sealy support, the latest innovations from Tempur-Pedic, and the luxurious comfort of Stearns & Foster.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At FMY Orthodontics, we believe a beautiful, healthy smile is the key to boosting confidence and enhancing quality of life. Our team of highly skilled and compassionate orthodontic professionals is dedicated to providing personalized care in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Whether you're looking for traditional braces, clear aligners, or other orthodontic solutions, we offer a variety of options to meet your needs. Our goal is to provide the most effective and efficient orthodontic treatment for every patient.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Welcome back to South Gibson High School in their great softball field. We're going to have a contest, a district contest between two of the finest teams in this state. And a lot at stake here. Every district game important. You see the throwdown on the mound for the Lady Hornets, Addison Mogren. She comes in with a record of 8-0. She started 9 games, has pitched in 12. She struck out 26, only giving up 2 base on balls. And the very first person she's got to pitch to is the senior Texas A&M commit, Piper White, averaging .551 and has 4 homers, but 3 of them are inside the park home runs. Piper hits left-handed. She plays shortstop. She'll be followed by Hannah Carter and Wesley Thornton. Here's the first pitch. Out of the circle, high. Addison may have held on to that one a little longer than she wanted to. You got to be aware of the bunt. Good speed here. Slightly open stance, as you can see on the great pictures from Worthy Road Studios. And that one, ball 2. You don't want to get behind and put this young lady on base. She is a threat with stolen bases. We'll tell you about that if she gets on. This team, Crockett County, plays small ball. They have 104 stolen bases coming into this contest. Here's the pitch. Just missing outside. That runs the count to 3 balls, no strikes. On the leadoff lady, Piper White. Hannah Carter, the left fielder, will be next. Here's the pitch. Got that edge of that outside edge of the plate. Probably had the automatic take on. Good leadoff hitter will take those pitches. Mogren, here's the windup. Dumped out there. And you saw how quick she is. That's a base hit. And Addison gave a great effort, but it was still a base hit. Now, again, a threat to steal with 38 stolen bases on the season. And they bring up another left-handed hitter, a senior, Hannah Carter. Carter hitting .390. She's showing bunt. Jade Reed starts in. This one dumped down the third baseline, but going foul. And this is a running club. They get good jumps off the bases. As I told you, they play small ball. Wesley Thornton on deck wearing number 20. But to open up 2 left-handed hitters. Second baseman up. I've seen this defense before. It's a good strategy. This one hit on the ground. It's going to be a base hit. Diving into the hole was Hall to stop it, but it's still a base hit. So runners at first and second after 2 singles. Hard to defense those like that. And that brings up Wesley Thornton, the second baseman, who's a freshman. Wears number 20, hits right-handed. South Gibson will be looking for the double play in at first and third. Double play depth at second short, straight away in the outfield. Showing bunt again, draws back. And this one popped up. Infield fly rule applies. Batter is automatically out, taken by the second baseman, Davison. Brooklyn does a good job. But the batter is automatic out on the infield fly rule. With runners on first, second, and third, and less than 2 out. A ball popped up like that the batter is automatically out for the first out in the inning. 0-0. Maddie Stitz coming up there. She's also a freshman. Hitting .404. Right-handed hitter. Toes up to the box. Shows bunt. Shortstop covering. In baseball, you'd call that the wheel coverage. 1 strike the count. Getting a sign from the third base coach. On deck circle is Liggins. Liggins, a sophomore. Here's the pitch. On the ground. Reed cuts it off. She didn't get her, and so it's going to be a fielder's choice. I cannot score that a hit. It is a fielder's choice, and the sacks are jammed. As Ron Podesta used to say, the ducks are on the pond with one out. You've got to force at any base. This brings Kiara Liggins up there wearing number 32, a sophomore. She should hit right-handed, and she's going to. Sadie Hoover, a senior, on deck, who has a good batting average of .345, first and third in. See if the choice is to the plate. Here's the pitch. Right down Main Street for strike one, and the umpire puts the hand up. Good mechanics there. There's a great shot from center field. Worthy Road and the BallGame Blitz bring you the best of pictures. Paul Schulte, our executive director. Christopher Reasons, he's directing this broadcast. Popped up, goes in foul territory. We'll do it again with an 0-2 count. Kylie Ballantyne comes in with a little encouragement there. It's always good to encourage your pitcher. Let them know you got their back. You want to knock it down, keep it in the infield at the worst. Outfield straight away. 2-strike count. Liggins at the plate. That one a temptation pitch. Looks like a beach ball when it's that high, but if it's rising, you don't really want to swing at it. In the circle, Addison Mogren. She's only given up 17 runs this year in 9 starts, 12 pitching appearances. The 1-2 pitch on the way. On the ground, it's going to be a base hit, 1 run at the plate. 2 runs streaking for the plate. The throw, and they say they got under the tag. So 2 runs have been plated. And that is a single advancing to second on the throw to the plate. So there's runners at second and third. Now he brings another baseball out. So 2 runs are in, and Crockett County has struck the first blow. Brings up Sadie Hoover, a senior, playing right field. She hits .345. And the on-deck circle is Piper Smith, a sophomore. So the right-handed hitting Hoover up there going against the 8-0 Mogren. Well, it's actually first and second, not second and third. This one popped up in the infield in foul territory, so no infield fly rule, but the catcher takes it for the second out. 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs are in, 2 runners on. And the hitter is Piper Smith, hits left-handed, a sophomore hitting .367. Runners will be going with any time the bat touches the ball now. Catcher is on deck. Tries to take it and slap it to left field. It's going to get high and out of play. Goes into the drainage system around the dugout. Great dugouts here at South Gibson. Nice field, outfield well manicured. Of course, you play softball on a skinned infield. You pitch from a circle. Never say mound. They'll wash your mouth out with lye soap or something if you do. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Outside, walking up is going to be a slap hit towards left field. Center fielder, Sydney Scott out there active. In left field, Anna Tigg. In right field is Simpson. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. It'll make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Stitz at second, Liggins at first. And infield, Ballantyne, Davidson, Hall, and Reed. Flowers out today. Slightly closed stance. You see that on that nice shot of Worthy Road Studios there for the BallGame Blitz. Here's the pitch. Just missing outside. Umpire thought about it. He didn't pull the trigger, though. Now the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The deuces are wild. Addison Mogren ready, brings it. Strike 3, ends the inning, but Crockett County picked up 2 big runs, and at the end of a half inning of play, Crockett County 2 and South Gibson coming to bat. Let's take a time out on the South Gibson Facebook and Softball Network.
Personalize your style at Kaufman's Design Center. From fabric to finish, you choose the details so it's made to order just for you. Consult with a Kaufman's Design Team expert today. Relax, you're home.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our Foundation Benefits with High Interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Exciting first inning. South Gibson trailing 2-0. On the mound for the Lady Cavaliers, Anna Stallings, a junior. She has 11 wins, 2 losses, 72 strikeouts through 13 games. Doesn't give up a lot of runs. And again, this is the hard-hitting, run-scoring team of South Gibson going against the small ball defensive team of Crockett County. Both teams' coaches are familiar with each other. One played here and is now head coach. The other is coaching Crockett County and was the coach here. From the circle, the first pitch of the bottom half of the first. And an unusual signal. I didn't recognize that one, so I don't know which one he called. We're going to call it a ball for right now. The young man behind the plate has done a good job, but that was a signal I'm not familiar with. Gene Menez, TSSAA, retiring as the end of August. Here's a pitch fouled off. That should, if we're correct from the first signal, even the count at 1-1. Gene has spent 30 years with the TSSAA, and we were right. My crew to the left are the ones that were right, because I'm sitting here, I don't know that signal. And I used to umpire. But anyway, it's 1-1 to our leadoff person, Lydia Hall, batting .328. That one had to be outside. I'm sitting right on the edge of the plate. And if it wasn't outside, then I'm going to be struck blind. Anyway, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Good call by the umpire. Lydia Hall up there, good hitter, right-handed hitter, middle of the box. Here's the pitch. Drilled on the ground. The second baseman will get it, flip to first. Scored 4-3 for the first out inning, and that retires Lydia Hall. Now, we have got to get something going. The fine catcher, Annie Whittemore Jr., batting .433. Let's see what she can get going. Here's the pitch. And it's low and outside. I want to welcome a new listener, my new pup, and she is listening to the game. Princess Leia is listening to the broadcast. Here's one popped up. It's going to go right to the second baseman, a busy young lady. And Thornton has taken care of 2 chances. So a pop up to forward. Here comes the hard-hitting center fielder and great defensive outfielder, Sydney Scott, batting .448. She's a senior. Pitch low. Stallings, a tough customer, and she's just a junior. There's one. You see the umpire give the strike sign. 1-1. 2 outs, no one on. Crockett County at normal depth all the way around, straight away, a little deep in the outfield. Scott, a good hitter. That one off the fist, fouled off to the right side of play. So 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs, no runners on. In the on-deck circle, the 4th place hitter, Brooklyn Davison, who plays an outstanding second base. Here's the pitch. High, good eye. wanted to bite at it but showed discipline. Sydney Scott, I believe she's going to continue her career at Union University, and very proud of her. Of course, we know that Kylie Ballantyne's going to go down to Huntsville and play at the University of Alabama, Huntsville. That pitch is high. Deuces were wild, except for we didn't have two runners on, but now a 3-2 count with 2 outs. South Gibson wanting base runners right now. Everybody on their toes on the field. Some in the ballpark are on their toes. The pitch popped up. If the second baseman gets this one, but no, it's going to be first baseman, and it's popped up. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and it's the end of one full inning of play. It's Crockett County 2 and South Gibson nothing. Let's take a timeout and come back on the South Gibson Facebook network along with the BallGame Blitz for the second inning.
Hey Jackson, welcome to Chuck Hutton Nissan. The Chuck Hutton name has been on car dealerships since 1919, and we would love the opportunity to show you what we're all about. We're locally owned. Our business model is big inventory and big volume on new and used cars. Nissan has awarded us a huge inventory, and we're going to sell them to you at invoice. Just choose a car from our great selection, we'll pull out the invoice, and that's what you'll pay. We look forward to meeting you at Chuck Hutton Nissan, 495 Van Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first, then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
And back for the second inning, the start of it. Looks like Madison Solis, Gabby Bursey, and then back to the top of the order and Piper White for Crockett County. Crockett County leads in this contest 2-0. Addison Mogren on the mound for South Gibson from the circle. That one looked pretty good, and the umpire says, Coach, you're right. Now, because of the way the mechanics are, I'll probably be quicker and I'll miss a pitch or two because I see it probably a little different. I'm a pitcher's friend as an umpire. From the circle, the second pitch, just a little bit high. Before the season's over, folks, hopefully I'll have my good Bob Uecker voice for you and do a little Bob Uecker. Right now the count's 1-1, no outs. Everybody pretty well at normal depth. For the 8th place hitter, fouled off. Umpire says, good old shin guards, help me out from getting my shins nettled by that softball. 1 ball, 2 strike, pitch about to come. Addison Mogren would love to get this player on this pitch right here. She already has 1 strikeout in the contest. This one hit on the ground. It's going to be off Reed's foot, and I'm going to score this a hit because I'm not sure you could call that the way it came down an error, but it's subject to change, and more than likely we can change it. I would say so. I'm too kind sometimes. Now, if I score in a Southern League game, no, I know what would happen there, but they have some real stingy rules there. Gabby Bursey, who hits .227 coming up to the plate. She'll hit right-handed. She's a sophomore. .227 average. And we'll tell you what, down at first, Solis is ready to run. Good stance there. We're up expecting the bunt. Didn't get it. Ball a little outside. Check your feeling. Right now you're seeing a great shot from the center field camera. Check out where the first and third basemen are. Second short where they should be. They're stealing, and they do steal a lot. That one gets in through center field. So a runner again in scoring position with no outs. And this team with their running style puts a lot of pressure on you. And we've got a very good catcher, but they are quicker than a hiccup over at Crockett County. 2 balls, no strikes. The hitter is, let's see, they have changed it. It's 1-1. So 1-1 with a runner at second. That's in scoring position, showing bunt, but she's going to draw back just a little bit high. Something that I want all you watchers to do is check the release point of both pitchers, where they're releasing it. And you try to release the ball at the same point. Even when you throw your rise ball, your curve ball, things like that, it's close to the same spot. It's bunted foul, so the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, no outs. Gabby Bursey, 227 hitter, and the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Piper White, the Texas A&M commit, on deck. Here's the pitch. Drill to left field. Back over the head for a hit of our left fielder, Tig. They're going to hold now they do send the runner. First they were going to hold her up, and the run did score. So Sola scores from second. Bursey gets RBI on the hit. She is at second, and that brings up the top of the order. Coach goes out. She's going to talk. We got to settle down a little bit. Sometimes in a big game like this, man, you want it so bad that things happen and a pitch gets hit here, a pitch gets hit there. And Crockett County does put a lot of pressure on you. So we play 7 innings. You can come back. You're just down 3-0. Coach say, we all right? Probably say, watch your release point. Let's put the ball at certain spots, hit that old mitt. Whittemore does a good job of framing pitches, so if you'll hit the mitt. Now you got to play this first for the bunt, the slap bunt, and then your third baseman almost has to shake hands, even if they're slapping. Shortstop's got to be really active. And this time she's not bunting. She was going to slap. That we didn't do as much of that. I played in the old-timer softball fast pitch league a long time ago. But it was an advantage to hit left-handed. That pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. A runner at second. Jade Reed ready to pounce on it at third. Valentine back at first. Showing the bunt again. I don't believe it, and it wasn't. She was again going to try to slap it to left field. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see if she's taking. Open stance, showing the bunt. She'll pull the bat back. That one should be a strike, and is. 3-1 the count. Now, you don't want to give in to Piper White. You don't want to walk her either, but you don't want to give in to her. Let's see what Addison Mogren's got up her sleeve. Got it right on that, man. If you drew a little dotted white line on the black edge of the plate, it would have been there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The runner at second. Jade Reed hadn't backed up 1 iota. Keep an eye and see if she slides that hand down and tries to slap it, and she does. It's up in the air. Is it going to stay in play? And it looks like it got so close or either went over the screen, but great effort by the 3 fielders, the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder. Tig ran a long way. And, of course, Lydia Hall, what a job she does, and Jade Reed gave it a great effort. So we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Again, watch for the slide up or slide down the handle. Here's the slap coming. Got her. I will agree with the umpire, and so do the Crockett County coaches. Great pitch. That's one of those almost unhittable pitches right there. You couldn't have put a hole in the ball and had a string through there and slid it on the string right over that part of the plate any better. But that brings up the dangerous Hannah Carter, who's 1 for 1. She's hitting over 300 herself. And that one fouled off for a strike. Carter came in hitting 390. It's up above that, probably close to 400 after that last base hit. Lefty with the back foot right on that chalk line. Got it. Now, you throw pitches there, even slap hitting, you can take it to left field, but it makes it a whole lot harder. No balls. 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner at second. The outfield, shading left just a little bit. Here's the pitch. It's hit on the ground. Reed, she'll go to first with it for 1. Valentine will run it back in, throw across the diamond. It gets away, and it looks like a run will score on that. Five to 3 for the second out, but the second run of the inning scores. Ball sailed a little bit. Sometimes that softball's pretty big. It's not like throwing that little white apple now. We play with yellow pineapples or something. This one's stroked to left field. Tig cuts it off before any more damage is done, but Wesley Thornton, we see why that freshman's in the lineup. Pretty good hitter. This is going to bring 0-0. Maddie Stitz up there, hitting .404, the third baseman. Checks out our third base coach. Two outs in the inning. This one popped up, foul out of play. Maddie will say, I probably wished I had that pitch back, dip the shoulder, and it's hard to know exactly how much. You want a little uppercut to drive the ball, but if you get too much dip of the shoulder, you'll foul it off and pop it up. That one's going to get away, and the runner advances to second, so they have a runner in scoring position with Maddie Stitz hitting .404 up there. She was on with a fielder's choice the last time up there. Officially 0 for 1. So Thornton down at second. If you can't make a play, the infield at least wants to knock it down. Here's the pitch. Drilled on the ground. And they say safe at first. And that's a hard play. And Hall usually in the outfield. And what happens with that is when that runner runs in front of you like that, as long as they don't touch you and don't really interfere with your, it makes it really tough too. So with Liggins coming up there, the sophomore will have a runner at third and a runner at first to try to do something with. Liggins hits in the 5 spot. She's the designated player. Swings through that one for strike 1. Addison Mogren on the mound. She's given up 51 hits coming into this game and only 13 actual earned runs, 17 runs total, but has given up 4 today. Down to third. Just getting back was the runner, Thornton at third. Nice job by Whittemore. Nice tag by Jade Reed. She was safe by the hair of a chinny chin chin. Oh, I don't need to get into nursery rhymes and fables now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 runners on. And there's the pitch, a little low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second, third with 2 outs. Outfield pretty much straight away. Infield playing a little shorter than normal sometimes. Swinging strike 2. And I'm going to tell you what, Whittemore was ready to come out of there. Okay, we've got a deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Love that phrase. The deuces are wild here. We'd ring a bell if you're in a Southern League dugout. A lot of them, dugout with press box, and they ring the bell with that. 3-2. Runners won't be going with a pitch. They'd only be going with the ping of the bat since they're metal bats. But that was always one of the fun things. Everybody loves doing that out at Ballpark of Jackson. They'd get the deuces wild and they'd hit that bell. Swinging strike for the second strikeout. That'll end the inning. But not before 2 runs have scored, making it at the end of an inning and a half of play. Crockett County 4, South Gibson South Gibson will be coming to bat in the bottom of the second. Let's take a timeout on the South Gibson Facebook page and the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios Network.
There's no doubt when it's time to call the pros for your heating system, and there's no doubt who to turn to. McCoy's Heating and Air and Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company. Just the kind of pros I like to do business with. McCoy's quick and professional service was a blessing. I highly recommend. Wish they had more stars than 5, because I'd surely give them a 10. McCoy's is, in my opinion, the GOAT of heating and air. Daikin and McCoy's, West Tennessee's 5-star heating and air team.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
South Gibson comes up trailing, and a young lady that not only has a nice batting average, but can put something into it. That's Brooklyn Davison coming up, the senior, hitting .413. Behind her on deck, the senior Kylie Ballantyne, .452. That one a little outside, and I'll tell you something, when Kylie gets up here, and the other night when we were here, we had the privilege of her ending the ball game with a home run. I may think it made it a 10-run rule game. Here's one took a little off of it. On the mound, of course, is Anna Stallings, the junior. She's got the count even at 1-1. Davison ready, leading off the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Gets high enough, almost could draw rain. Right fielder gets over and makes the catch. So there is one out. Brings up Ballantyne, who really just wants to get on base, but she's not going to argue if she hit a home run. Slightly open stance. Off the fist and not going to quite make it over the shortstop's head. Kind of got jammed, didn't get the big part of the barrel out there. So there's 2 outs. Jade Reed, who's been on a tear of late, her average up to .463, the sophomore, very good third baseman, great basketball player. South Gibson looking for their first base runner. That one had a little bit taken off of it. Hannah Stallings will change speeds on you. She's a junior. Of course, as you see her look to the dugout, she gets her signals from the dugout, but most pitchers in high school do. That one is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Catcher made a real effort to get it back in there. People used to call it yanking the mitt, jerking the mitt, whatever. It's that one on the fist, didn't get the big part. It came inside. It was tough to do anything but get it off the fist. Smith, Thornton, White, and Stitz in the infield. That one high. That'll run the ball count to 3 balls, 1 strike. In the circle for Crockett County in the bottom of the second is Anna Stallings. And again, South Gibson looking for their first base runner. And usually they're putting a lot of people out there. This one fouled off. It'll run the count full. Three-two pitch with 2 outs. Jade Reed, the hitter. Back in the back of the box. Fairly balanced stance. You see it there on our center field camera. Popped up. Will it get down? No, it's going to carry all the way out. So 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. And it's the end of 2 full innings of play. Crockett County 4, South Gibson nothing. Let's take a time out on the South Gibson Facebook and the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios Network.
At Reploga Lawrence Funeral Home, we provide gentle guidance and support during one of life's most challenging moments. Our dedicated team is here to help you create a meaningful and personalized tribute for your loved one. From arranging heartfelt services to handling all the details, we ensure every aspect is taken care of with the utmost respect and compassion. Trust us to be there for when it matters most. Call 731-783-3026 to speak with one of our experienced funeral directors. Replogle Lawrence Funeral Home, a tradition of caring since 1925.
At Foundation Bank, we love working with small businesses, and we serve them uniquely through truly local decision-making and underwriting. But we're more than a lender for your small business. We're also a source of financial counsel. Hey, running a small business can be hard and complex, but we can help. Let us learn more about your small business by visiting our website. It's foundationbank.org, or call us at the number on the screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Foundation Bank is a member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Four runs and 7 hits for the Crockett County team as they lead 4-0 going into the top of the third. Mogren's pitch, kind of a nubber, and this time spins away from the second baseman. And, I mean, it had some, if you were playing pool or something, the crazy spin on that one. So you have to score that a base hit. There was really no error to be. Got to really pounce on that. We didn't get a chance to say that was Hoover at the plate. Hoover, sophomore, was hitting .367. That brings up the catcher, or actually it brings up Piper Smith. Piper, slap hitter. You see her walk up there. Piper's at first base. Catcher Madison Solis on deck. 1 ball, no strike count with a runner at first. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, evens the count at 1. Hoover at first. Mogren has thrown 52 pitches. There's the bunt. Catcher's going to handle it over to first. The runners advanced on the sacrifice. Score that 2-3 for the first out in the inning. The runner advances to second, so Hoover's at second. Madison Solis, the senior catcher, wearing number 25, comes to the plate. She's hitting .325. Had a single her last time up, scored. Here's another base hit. And it'll have runners at first and third. And brings up Gabby Bursey. Get a courtesy runner in for them. That courtesy runner is Fallon Beard, a freshman. And you can do that for the catcher. Help speed the game of softball up, and it's a good, fast game. You love the girls' softball games, a lot of strategy. First and third, way in. Let's see, they'll be stealing pretty quick. Fouled off on this pitch, 0-1. But I got a feeling you're going to see the runner at first going. And that runner at first is Fallon Beard, number 22. She's going. We throw through. And the runner is safe. Runner at third did not attempt it. Hall's got a pretty strong arm, and she could have lifted up and thrown that one back to the plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. The hitter is Gabby Bursey, hitting .227. She hits in the 9th place spot. She's 1 for 1, though, in this contest. Joe's bunt draws back, ball low. See, South Gibson's athletic director, Mark Dunn. What a guy. He is operating 3 events at the same time right now. On top of his not only being athletic director, but assistant principal duties. Here's the pitch. Bunted through that one for a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. We are blessed. Our executive producer, Paul Schultz, is also here. Good camera work by our camera people. I'll tell you something after this 2-2 pitch with one out from the circle. It's down. Jade Reed comes up. She's got the strong arm but holds it because she thought the young lady might run. So the bases are jammed. Ducks on the pond if you prefer. Just found out today that former head football coach here at South Gibson, Scott Stidham, has been named the new head football coach at Nolensville High School in Middle Tennessee. That's in the Davison County area. Okay, the sacks are jammed, and here comes the dangerous Piper White. She's 1 for 2 today. She scored a run. She shows bunt, but she can slap, and that's what she's going to do. She slaps this one center field, and a great catch in center field. And they have doubled the runner up. So a fly out, and that will end the inning. What a great job there. And they score that 8-4, and that ends the inning. And no runs in this inning for the Crockett County team at the end of 2.5. Crockett County 4, South Gibson nothing. Let's take a timeout on the South Gibson BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios Network.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We are back going into the bottom of the third. Eliza Whittemore, the freshman, hitting .500. She's the designated player today. We've not had a hit. We've not had a base runner. And so far, Anna Stallings has controlled this game well, changed speeds well. That one a little low, kind of bounced a little early. Important to get some runners on as South Gibson trails 4-0. Here's the pitch. Down the line, off the third baseman and safe. So the first runner by Whitmore for South Gibson. And that'll bring up Haley Claire Simpson, the right fielder, hitting .226. She's a freshman. We've got a lot of youngsters. They've got some too. These two teams will be strong for years to come in this district. Of course, next year this district will increase in pitches. That pitch inside. Simpson gives it a good look, bends a little bit, and says, I don't want to fool with that one. Ball one. Stallings, ready to throw from the circle, brings it. And the umpire says strike one. 1-1 with a runner at first, no outs. Coach Harris says, you're ready now. And she says, yes, ma'am, I am. And we're ready to hit. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. On the ground to the first baseman. It'll be safe at second. Fielder's choice. Advances the runner. Score that 3U. That's first base unassisted. And with one out, Anna Tigg, the left fielder, coming up to the plate. Anna's first plate appearance, because remember, we went 3 up and 3 down in the first and second innings. Let's see what we've got going here. Stallings pitch. They say that one missed a little high. Sun peeking through those clouds, and it's bright on the hitter. That one got that inside corner. That was a nice pitch by Stallings. Got a little extra oomph on the pitch. She changes speeds well. She's only thrown 29 pitches. Kind of swinging through that one. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Now Anna's got to guard the plate. Young sophomore, a good athlete, also plays some basketball here. In the outfield for Anna. And she swung through that one for strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning. That's the first strikeout, though, for Stallings. We've made contact, but a lot of that contact's been down on the handle, and we're not getting out in front, not getting the big part of the barrel of the bat out there and getting those hands extended. So with 2 outs and a runner at second, back to Hall at the top of the order. Nice pitch. I think that one had a little taken off of it, too. So 0-1 the count with that runner at second. Fouled off and Hall in the hole, 0-2, and now you can do one of those temptation pitches. Some people say waste pitches. You don't have to. You can nibble at the corners. You can jam them inside. You don't have to throw it down Main Street. Everybody at normal position for Crockett County. Hall was ready now. I'm going to tell you, she came into this game hitting .328. She's 0 for 1 officially. Still, this is a pitcher's count here. Hall must guard the plate from the circle. The 1-2 is high. That evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs with that runner at second. It would help to cut into that lead right now if Hall could drive that runner home. Outfield pretty much straight away. They backed up a lot deeper than they were fatigued. Infield normal depth. Fouled off again to the right side, and that one again was down towards the smaller part of the bat. Well, I know the torpedo bats that the Yankees are using in baseball really caused a stir. A lot of people laughed. I used to use a Jackie Robinson bat that had a thick handle and a big barrel. That's going to run the count as we have a runner going. Interesting call by the base umpire. They said she was caught stealing. She being Whittemore. So with the caught stealing, that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And at the end of 3 innings of play, it's Crockett County 4, South Gibson nothing. Let's take a timeout on the South Gibson Facebook and BallGame Blitz Network.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Zaxby's just out-Phillied the Philly with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed peppers and onions, garlic aioli, and melty cheese. Your move, Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
We are back. You can, as you saw early in our picture, a lot of strategy being done. It looks like, of course, we've got our different numbers on and we're changing pitchers. So we will close the book. And it looks like that Eliza Whittemore will be the pitcher.
Should I tell Billy to leave stuff there?
We'll give you the official stats on this in just a moment.
Well, that's USJ soccer tomorrow.
Four runs, and those were 4 earned runs. One of a high total for Mogren. She gave up 10 hits today, struck out 3. So Eliza Whitmore will be in there to pitch. Eliza, a freshman. And the leadoff hitter is number 8, the left fielder, Hannah Carter. She's a senior. Carter 1 for 2 on the day. She also has 18 stolen bases, and you see her walk up to slap hit or slap bunt. Reed in at third. Valentine's going to play it back a little bit at first. Because Carter will go to left field or left center if she can, if she's hitting away on the slap. Swings and misses. Evens the count at 1-1. Actually, it's been a pretty fair game, except for they've had a little bit, they being Crockett County, small ball offense, and we haven't had a whole lot of offense. That one outside. But I'm going to tell you what, the second baseman charging, which I've seen this strategy in college in several places, Jade Reed charging, they could have shaken hands. Valentine would have controlled it over at first and taken the throw. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Hannah Carter, who's 1 for 2. Whittemore throwing to Whittemore. I was going to say that one couldn't have missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very unusual call on the caught stealing over at third base a while ago. It was interesting. Those of you that's listened to me do enough basketball and football, or either you've listened to me in the past on baseball and softball, you know what I'm saying. That one misses high. Sometimes you got to read through the code words there because we're not going to be ugly about things. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Hannah Carter. Outfield straight away. Infield still in pretty much. From the circle, Whittemore's ready. Eliza to Annie is what will happen when she does release it. Fouled off. We get to do it one more time. And I'm right. I heard from the English teachers, and they're going to change mask. And sometimes you don't have the right one on that feels good pitching. It can bother you. I'm not going to use bad English like one of my other broadcasting fans. So a 3-2 count with no outs. The leadoff hitter for this inning up there in Carter. Here's the pitch. Whoa, they said take first base. Interesting. Wesley Thornton wearing number 20, a freshman. She had a single her last time up there. 1 for 2 officially. Now remember that Carter has 18 stolen bases. I do not have the caught stealing percentages. And we're going to work on this and get a face mask. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't pitch anymore either without a face guard of some type. Those line drives, they come back hot, and you have to feel that position because of the way the shortstop and second baseman are deployed in softball. Base hit. That one was tattooed, but good job out in center field by Scott. So with runners in first at second. Stitz up there, the 404 hitter. She's 1 for 2 also on the day, a fielder's choice and a single. Right-handed hitter up at the front of the box. She's going to show bunt, but I bet she draws back. So did again, still drawed back. Strike 1. There's a lot of little things you can do in softball for distraction. Focus is so important by the young lady in the circle, whether it be in college, high school, middle school, or even elementary travel ball. Runners at first and second. Punted. It's foul. Thornton the runner at first. Carter at second. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if they stay with the small ball. Maddie Stitz wears 00, plays third base, 1 for 2 on the day. I would dare say she's going to hit away because if she fouls this one off on the bunt, but I have seen people in the good bunters on occasion, the coaches will take a chance. This one high, trying to tempt her, see if she'll commit and show. Like a chess game or a checker game out there, even between the coaches. A lot of wheels have to turn. Eliza Whittemore in relief on the mound. The youngster brings it to the plate. She got her. There's no doubt about that one. Okay, Kiara Liggins up there with 1 out. Runners on first and second. First strikeout for Whittemore. Of course, this is her first inning of work. She's thrown 12 pitches so far. Swinging strike. That one had a little juice on it, too, and some movement. Liggins is a sophomore. Has good speed. From the circle. Fouled off, 0-2. That's what you want to do, get ahead on these hitters. Move the ball around. Those pitchers with the fastballs, throw a rise ball up there every once in a while. Change your speeds, work inside, outside. Keep those hands tied up. Don't let them extend them. So with an 0-2 count and 1 out, Whittemore ready from the circle, bringing it. And the hitter is out no matter what. That was a strike. First was occupied just because they ran on it. The hitter is still out on that. And that's going to bring up number 10, Sadie Hoover. Hits 345, a senior. Plays right field. Got a chance to drive some runs in. That pitch inside for a ball. And again, we've got Annie Whittemore catching, Eliza Whittemore pitching now. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging strike. Now, again, from my vantage point, I could be wrong, but I believe either that was going to be a rising fastball no matter what, or she threw her rise ball. And there is a pitch in fast pitch softball called a rise ball. Popped up. Who's going to take charge? Looks like the second baseman. Davison takes charge, and that's the end of the inning. Hoover pops out to end the inning, and there were no runs. 2 people were left on base, and at the end of 3.5 innings of play, Crockett County leading 4-0 over South Gibson. We'll be back on the South Gibson Facebook network.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first, then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
Tired of that old dripping faucet? Faulty water heater? Hard water? Running toilet or clogged sewer? McCoy's Plumbing is just a call away. We offer the same great 5-star service as our heating and air team. Leaky pipe? Fixed. Cold water? Hot again. Hard water as gentle as our certified plumbers. McCoy's, you know us for heating and air. Well, our plumbing is 5-star too.
Coming back here for the bottom of the fourth at South Gibson High School. The sun is shining bright, and that mean, ugly cloud has pretty well dissipated over the ballpark. Nothing but sunshine, and right now the South Gibson team could use a little sunshine. Hall coming to the plate. Head on the ground, the shortstop up, crow hop step, got her by the step. Scored 6-3 for the first out of the inning. That brings up Annie Whittemore, the catcher, who is 0 for 1. Popped out her last time up there. South Gibson needing base runners as it's starting to get late in this contest. This one again, we got under it, and it's going to be a pop-up to the third baseman. Two outs in the inning, and the hitter, number 3, Sydney Scott, came into this game hitting .448. Popped up to the first baseman. Here's the pitch outside. I called it a little early, but and if I can get that, Brother Paul, I will take it. But if I can't, the first two are the choices. Another pitch, high. 2 outs, South Gibson needing, South Gibson needing runners on deck. Of course, is Brooklyn Davison. This one fouled off into the screen behind home plate. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Sydney Scott, senior. Here's the pitch outside. Now you can watch this game again, and I'm sure that the pitcher, Anna Stallings, will watch that pitch, her release point stuff. They'll be archived on Worthy Road Studios' YouTube page. The 3-1 pitch, high, that walked her. That's what, right now, the South Gibson team needs is base runners. Scott at first with 2 out, brings up Brooklyn Davison, who flied to right field her last time up. And the dugout scorekeeping manager and playing a little Batgirl right now. No, we're not on Batman or anything like that, folks, but you can have Batgirls. That pitch looked pretty good, and the umpire says, Coach, you might be right. Still thinking about that interesting call earlier on a caught stealing. Here's the pitch. In the hole, but White does a great job, and boy, she's got a cannon. Went into the hole and got that one. 6-3, that's shortstop to first for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. So at the end of 4 full innings of play, or one person left on base, it's 4-0. Crockett County leads South Gibson. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz, South Gibson Facebook Network.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Whittemore on in relief pitching. She came in last inning. Even though had a couple of runners on, did a good job of getting out of trouble, had a couple of strikeouts and a pop-up. And coming up to the plate should be the first baseman Piper Smith, and you got to give Piper White. And I see why Texas A&M would like to have this young lady. They may make an outfielder out of her, though, when she gets to college. And there's always things that you can be a great player in high school. They'll add to your game. They'll bulk you up just a little bit, but they don't want to take your natural speed away from you. We've got several young ladies from our school. Of course, we've had a long time off, too. I believe it was last Wednesday since we played. And we're showing a little rust right now. Long season, though. There's the first pitch. That one missing for a ball. Reed in at third, but for a lot of these hitters, especially a team that plays small ball like Crockett County does, that's kind of your normal position. Paul Schultze, and I want to remind everybody, a great bunch of people here. Oh, line drive, shortstop's got it. Hall with the catch. Great positioning. Got it. Close that glove on it. 1 out in the inning. Brings up Madison Solis, the senior catcher, who came in this game hitting .325. And she has 14 hits now on the season. Paul Schultze and the ladies down at the concession stand. That's one thing. They told me a couple of weeks ago that they had the best concession stand, and they do. They are really good. And if you're not here, I see some people that finally listening, they are watching. Actually, some Crockett County people do it too. They're here watching the game, but they've got our broadcast on, and you can do that on your iPhone or Android. Fouled away. Madison Solis, fine catcher. She's a senior. Reed back a step or two at third. Valentine pretty well holding positions. Everybody else normal spots. That pitch missing. Outfield of right field Simpson, center Scott, Tig in the left. Valentine, Davidson, Hall, and Reed. Flowers out. You get well soon. Catching, Anna Whittemore. Pitching, Eliza Whittemore. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th. I held my breath for a minute, but it's a strike, 2-2. I wish they'd go back to just shooting the right arm out there like the old umpires used to. I'm going to have a contest someday to see whose umpire's arm goes out the slowest or up the slowest. Okay, that runs the count full, 3-2. Of course, Crockett County will use a runner, courtesy runner, once the catcher makes it safe. 3-2 pitch, walk, hit, or strikeout coming up. And from the circle, Whittemore throws and walks her. So a runner on here in the 5th by walk. That's Madison Solis. Bercy, the 9th place hitter, hitting .227, but that young lady is 2 for 2 today. Going into the game is Fallon Beard, a freshman, to run. Outfield straight away. You'd love to turn 2 if you're South Gibson right here. And you can afford to get a big jump because our first baseman is up, because this young lady, Bercy, attempted to bunt before she swung away a while ago. Popped up. Who's going to take charge? Yeah, it's going to be Brooklyn Davison. She gets it for the 2nd out, and that's going to bring the top of the order up there. And the dangerous Piper White is coming up there. Very talented hitter with good speed. If she put it on the ground or bunted it, it's going to be tough to throw her out. You've got to really charge and come after it and handle it cleanly. 2 outs in the inning with the runner at first. She shows bunt, but she'll draw back and slap, and there goes the runner. Paul a little late getting there, and so a stolen base, and now a runner in scoring position. That's Fallon Beard running for the catcher, and you can have courtesy runners. And the top of the 5th. Game moving right along, 6:38. It's only about an hour and 8 minutes old. Here's a pitch. Outside ball, 2, as you saw. Now this is a hitter's count. White can choose, and the Texas A&M commit will show bunt, but I think she's drawing back this time and will try to slap it. You see her advance up. So now it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Coach Jimerson, let's see what his philosophy is. Do you turn a hitter that's hitting over 500 loose here, or is she taking all the way? 3 balls, no strikes. Whittemore's pitch. She was hitting all the way. Reed knocks it down, keeps it in the infield. And not a play that was aggressive base running. So a single, the runner at third, 2 outs in the inning, and that brings up the dangerous Hannah Carter.
Number 8, Hannah Carter.
Carter has walked, grounded out, and singled today. Scored 1 run. In a position to give her team a solid lead. Liza Whittemore checks, and here's one. Third base, it's foul. Now, the runner is smart and running, and the coach reminder, run in foul territory, but you cannot interfere, and she didn't really interfere, but it got close enough that it makes people think, get a little uneasy, but there was no interference. Left-handed hitter tried to take it down the third baseline. Jade Reed did a good job just knocking White's previous hit down. Was going to try to dump it. Not a bad job by Whittemore, and Reed trying to hook up there to catch the runner. Fallon Beard off. She's running for the catcher, Madison Solis. Sun behind one of those clouds, but you can see around it. Okay, getting in behind a little bit. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The hitter is Carter, who singled back in the first and scored. Grounded out in the second, then walked back in the fourth. We're in the 5th. 4-0 Crockett County. And that one high, 3-1, hitters count. Defense really got to be on their toes. Base hit here really kind of busts this game open and puts the real pressure. It's already enough pressure trailing 4-0 on South Gibson. From the circle, the pitch, strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No merry-go-round time because you got runners at second and third. There's nobody at first. Now, obviously, with 2 outs, when there's contact, the runners will be running. Whittemore's got her sign from the circle. On the ground, will do it. And good catch by the on-deck hitter. Wesley Thornton, good hands over there, Wesley. So we'll do the 3-2, 2-out pitch again with those 2 runners on. Sun back through. It's hit and goes foul. It's probably a good thing because the hitter would have beaten that one out. Hannah Carter was down the line like a blue streak, as they used to say. I've wondered what kind of streak, though, a red or a yellow streak or whatever those are. You know, I would say those kids can run too. But that's the old expression, like a blue streak. Here's the pitch. Reed with the good glove. The peg got her to end the inning. Scored 5-3. That's third baseman to first for the 3rd out. There were 2 runners left on, but no scoring in this inning. And at the end of 4.5, Crockett County 4, South Gibson nothing. And we'll come back on the South Gibson Facebook after this.
At Kaufman's, we offer quality name brand home furnishings at very competitive prices. Expect outstanding customer service from Kaufman's Furniture Specialists. Visit our showroom to see the Kaufman's difference. Relax, you're home.
At Rep Local Lawrence Funeral Home, we provide gentle guidance and support during one of life's most challenging moments. Our dedicated team is here to help you create a meaningful and personalized tribute for your loved one. From arranging heartfelt services to handling all the details, we ensure every aspect is taken care of with the utmost respect and compassion. Trust us to be there for when it matters most. Call 731-783-3026 to speak with one of our experienced funeral directors. Replogle Lawrence Funeral Home, a tradition of caring since 1925.
All for the bottom of the fifth. South Gibson's really wanting to get something going. Kylie Ballantyne, who came into this contest hitting .452. She's 0 for 1. The senior would love to just get on. She will help her team anyway. She'll even take a pitch and get hit by it just to help her team out. But you know what? She gets the right pitch, and the center fielder could shake hands. Nice pitch for a strike, but the center fielder could almost shake hands with the banner out there in center field. Left field and right field very deep. Deep at short and second. Not playing Kylie to bunt here. And she's got powers. 8 home runs on the year. Crockett County doesn't want to see her get her 9th. South Gibson fans want that 9th home run right now. But let's just get her on base, though. But we'll take the home run cheerfully. 1-1 to count. That one low. Ball 2. Anna Stallings has done a good job. She's given up no runs today. So with a 2-ball, 1 strike count, the pitch got it off the fist. The catcher will take it for the first out. And one thing I can say, I know you got to get the hands extended and the barrel out there. And to give Stallings credit, she's managed to handcuff us quite a bit today at South Gibson. So with 1 out, Jade Reed, who's 0 for 1, fly to right field. And the catcher framed that one well, probably helped the call a little bit. Good job, and that's important. Catchers must frame the pitches well to get those calls. So 0-1 pitch to Jade Reed. Stallings puts a little extra juice on it, but it goes high. 1-1 to count with 1 out, no runners on. We're in the bottom of the 5th. You play 7 in high school girls fast pitch softball. In the circle is Anna Stallings, the junior. Brings it, and it goes outside. For Reed, the third baseman, almost in a straight line with the third base, off the line about 4 or 5 feet. First baseman kind of tilting towards the line a little bit. Everybody else normal depth. Popped up, got under it. It's going to hang up in the air. The right fielder comes on, and so flying out to right field for the second time, and the second out is Jade Reed. Pitching now, number 20, the freshman, Eliza Whittemore, comes up to the plate. Sun back behind those clouds, and I don't know if we'll see the sun other than just coming around the cloud a little bit much more tonight. You never know. That one is outside. Whittemore 1 for 1. Runs have been hard to come by for South Gibson. This one drilled to center where it's going to stay up a little too long. Lined out to the center fielder. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And at the end of 5, Crockett County leads South Gibson 5-0 on the South Gibson BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios Network. Let's take a timeout.
At FMY Orthodontics, we believe a beautiful, healthy smile is the key to boosting confidence and enhancing quality of life. Our team of highly skilled and compassionate orthodontic professionals is dedicated to providing personalized care in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Whether you're looking for traditional braces, clear aligners, or other orthodontic solutions, we offer a variety variety of options to meet your needs. Our goal is to provide the most effective and efficient orthodontic treatment for every patient.
At Kaufman's, we offer quality name brand home furnishings at very competitive prices. Expect outstanding customer service from Kaufman's appliance specialists. Visit our showroom to see the Kaufman's difference. Relax, you're home.
Why rent an apartment when you can lease a home? The Summit in Jackson offers 2 and 3 bedroom single-family homes with lots of amenities. Enjoy the comfort and space in a gated community with smart technology, ADS security, and no maintenance. Short and long-term leases are available, so visit our website or call to schedule your tour today at the Summit in Jackson.
We'll get you the changes, as Coach Jimerson, it looks like, is making some changes. We can tell you this, though. Wesley Thornton, the second baseman, freshman second baseman, is coming up to the plate. We've got her as 2 for 3. She grounded out her first time, then had 2 singles. She'll be facing Eliza Woodmore. Outfield straightaway a little deeper in the left. Short in second, about normal. Valentine at first. And Reed still on her toes, ready to come to the plate if she needs to as a third baseman. This one drilled. Scott won't be able to get this one all the way to the wall, and with good speed going to second with a stand-up double is Wesley Thornton. Boy, she's going to be a good player for 4 years. That brings up Maddie Stitz. Stitz wears 00, and she's a freshman too. They're like South Gibson. They have a lot of young players. Stitz 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out her last time up. She'd love to atone for that with a base hit. Shows bunt, draws back, hits away, and fouls it off. Valentine was up, ready to come and get it. Reed was on her toes. Let's see how the coverage is, because sometimes you try to steal a base, especially if the coverage is not handled properly. That time South Gibson they were wanting to steal, but well defensed, and that was more of a safety steal situation. Coming into this game, Crockett County had 104 steals, and that's a lot. Good senior leadership. Valentine goes in, says something to her freshman pitcher. Still got a lot of season to play. And again, the second season, the tournaments. I saw Pickett County one year come from last place in their district and won the entire state title in girls basketball, because it has been done like that. Forgot the name of the team out of East Tennessee that did it in softball one year. That one almost gets away. And running in, and not a bad idea. You'll want to give Scott time to get back to her spot. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. You could conceivably pick somebody off, but it's a gamble, because if your throw goes astray, it's going to roll all the way to the fence. Stitz steps in, dumps a bunt. We'll go to first. Over 1 out. That does advance the runner. Davison covering well, so a sacrifice bunt. One out, runner now at third in scoring position. Madeline Haynes is up there wearing 15. Thank you. Like I said, without the great help we get here in the press box. Liggins hadn't, after her first at bat, probably didn't hit it like they wanted. Let's see if we've got any info on Haynes. She's a freshman, hitting 192. And again, one of those, they've got a lot of freshmen just like we do. Shows bunt, drops it down. We go to first. Let's see if we can get the return home, and we got her at the plate. Oh! I know what the umpire's thinking, that she tagged her high. You go back and watch the replay. Interesting call. That puts an insurance run. Now a grand slam wouldn't tie it up. You would have to score that 5th run. It's going to bring up Sadie Hoover, the right fielder. I thought we had to. I really did. But I don't get paid to think, though. I think I'm like the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. Anyway, it's 5-0. We're in the top of the 6th. This one hit out it's going to, just like some of my golf shots, it just kind of dropped. So a base hit for Sadie Hoover, the right fielder. She's had a good night tonight. 2 for 4. And a runner at first, and let's see if they continue to do a little running. That brings up the left-handed hitting Piper Smith, the first baseman, just a sophomore. Smith 0 for 3. Good pitch for a strike, and you see, if you'll watch, the front foot slightly in, which means that you call that a closed stance. It's almost balanced, but you'll see the front toe from our center field shot, and so that's closed, and that one gets away, and that happens sometimes. Good job by the catcher. Anna goes out to talk to Eliza, and they're the Whittemores, but the whole infield comes in. There's 2 outs, and I like that. You put your arm around, and we say, we're going to talk Whittemore to Whittemore right now. Both these young ladies will be back next year. Both these teams are going to be good next year. But we are in the top of the 6th with a runner on second. And 2 balls, 1 strike. Piper Smith came into this game hitting .367. Good bunt. Let's see if Reed can peg her out. And they say safe, so a base hit. Runner advances to third. Smith gets her first hit. 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. Let's see if Crockett County tries to force the issue. Sometimes with 1st and 3rd, even softball, you know they're going to run unless there's somebody in baseball that you time with a calendar at first base. Then they don't run them. But let's see. Crockett County likes to play small ball, steal a lot of bases, bunt, etc. like that. Showing bunt, but they'll draw back. This is not a bunting situation, and that one's a strike. The hitter is the catcher, Madison Solis, who was on last time with a walk. Solis 2 for 2 officially, has scored a run today. Caught a very good game. Both catchers have worked hard today. Whittemore for South Gibson. They're stealing. We throw through. Good cutoff just to see, but I think Coach Jefferson had told them they'll probably throw through and cut it off. So you hug that base. Now, if there's throwing error, then he'll turn her loose and let her run. 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs. Solis the hitter, who's 2 for 2 today. She drills one, but right at the sure-handed Scott. So that makes it the 3rd out of the inning. There was 1 run that came in on 3 hits. No errors, 2 people left on base. The score at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, Crockett County 5, South Gibson nothing. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz and South Gibson Network.
Hey Jackson, welcome to Chuck Hutton Nissan. The Chuck Hutton name has been on car dealerships since 1919, and we would love the opportunity to show you what we're all about. We're locally owned. Our business model is big inventory and big volume on new and used cars. Nissan has awarded us a huge inventory, and we're going to sell them to you at invoice. Just choose a car from our great selection, we'll pull out the invoice, and that's what you'll pay. We look forward to meeting you at Chuck Hutton Nissan, 495 Van Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
Things getting really late, and you can tell it's getting late because here come the lights on. Beautiful sunset. Could have a few more colors in it, but the clouds want to interfere with everything, but that's okay. Things getting late for the South Gibson Lady Hornets. Nana Stallings has kept them off balance with change-ups and some good fastballs mixed in there with a couple of rise balls. And South Gibson's got to get something going here in the bottom of the sixth. Haley Claire Simpson should be the first hitter unless my scorebook, and I've got some funny things I've written in here. I wrote a pitcher stat in here right in the middle of. That's the only problem with sometimes using the old paper scorebook. Game Changer and the folks here at South Gibson, whether it's baseball or softball, do such a great job with the Game Changer. I almost don't need a scorebook. But some people say HC, but it's Haley Claire Simpson, the freshman. She steps in there. Here's the pitch. That one just a little low. Good eye. That was Harris giving some encouragement down there. She was a great player. Has coached also at UTM as an assistant. That one there was a little taken off, but it's 2-0, and that one a little late on the release. But that's okay. These are things you learn as a pitcher, consistency, release point and stuff. 2-ball, no strike pitch from the circle. Low ball 3, and I'm going to tell you what, nobody wants to bet against me. I'm betting on the automatic take right here. We'll put super glue on the bat and stuff. 3-0 count to the freshman, Haley Claire Simpson. Here's the pitch. And the umpire says strike. I'm going to tell you what, though, that one started rising. It got close to where those dotted lines are when you're at umpire school and all that stuff like that, and they draw the little box. 3-1 for Stallings from the circle. Swinging strike. Well, actually, his foul tipped off. Now we come down to the payoff pitch. Will we walk, strike out, hit and get on base, or foul it off, and we get to do it again? The 3-2 pitch with no outs to Simpson. Everybody straight away. Stallings fires. It's a walk. Simpson's on with the walk, and that's base runners. Unfortunately, for South Gibson, they need about 5 of them. That was a big run that the Crockett County team put on there. Again, I know you say, well, what's the odds of a Grand Slam home run? I can tell you pretty good because there's some hitters on the South Gibson team can drill it. Valentine has 8 of the taters, as they call them sometimes, for the year. Tig Bunning, and it's a one-hopper to the third baseman, and she dropped it. So we've got runners now at first and second, nobody out. Coach is going to question the umpire about it. Gets a short explanation. I know they didn't do any Shakespeare then. That might have been just a haiku poem. I think it's got, 16 letters or words or something like that, one of those short ones. We always discuss English literature and things, or Japanese literature in the case of the haiku poetry. All of our umpires and coaches keep things very articulate. So with 2 runners on and no outs, the top of the order is up there. Hall, who's 0 for 2 and overdue. She's a good hitter. And Stallings' pitch fouled off. Coach giving some exciting instructions. And I know why, too. Anna Stallings has kept the South Gibson hitters off balance. That one high, gets away. There's going to be runners in second and third. A base hit will score 2 probably. Little activity here. Second and third. with no outs. And here comes the head coach out to talk to his pitcher. Like I said, Stallings has done an outstanding job. I would call a timeout, and we'd let you hear from one of our great sponsors. Please thank these people and patronize them, because you get these contests for free. They don't charge you like the National Federation. I'll remind you, this is a copyright broadcast for 2025 of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. And we've got action at Union, TCA, South Gibson, USJ the rest of this week. The 1-1 pitch from Stallings. Fouled off again. Now, that one was a shot down the first base line. Good old dugout fence protecting everybody over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hall has to protect the plate. She just wants to get some runs in or get on base. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped. They say it wasn't foul tipped. She strikes out, and they have to throw her out at first. Could have sworn that softball changed. And you watch the rotation, it changed, but it's still 1 out on the strikeout. The official put out is by the first baseman. It goes 2-3, even though the pitcher still gets credit for the strikeout. 5-0. Runners at second, third. Annie Whittemore, the catcher, at the plate. 0 for 2, and the umpire says that's a strike. And you can see a little hesitation, and like I said, good speed changes by the pitcher, Anna Stallings, the junior from Crockett County. Here's the pitch. A ground ball. They'll come to the plate, but there'll be no play. Out at first, gets a run in, so it's 5-1. Makes it 2 outs in the inning. Sydney Scott, who's 0 for 1 officially, walked her last time up, coming up there. Simpson scores. Tiggs at third. Scott would love to bring Tig home. Again, we're in the bottom of the 6th. 5-1, Crockett County leading South Gibson. Pitch a ball. 69 pitches for Stallings. Through 6, actually 70 now. That's a nice number. That's not a high number of pitches. Fouled off. We've had a lot of those today. So it's 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner at third. Need to get runners on, plus get that run home. Keep this inning going if you're South Gibson. Here's the ground ball in the hole, but White's got a cannon over there for an arm. She guns the hitter down. 6-3, but 1 run did score in that inning. And at the end of 6 full innings of play, Crockett County 5, South Gibson 1. Let's come back for the top of the 7th after these important messages on the BallGame Blitz Network.
At FMY Orthodontics, we believe a beautiful, healthy smile is the key to boosting confidence and enhancing quality of life. Our team of highly skilled and compassionate orthodontic professionals is dedicated to providing personalized care in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Whether you're looking for traditional braces, clear aligners, or other orthodontic solutions, we offer a variety of options to meet your needs. Our goal is to provide the most effective and efficient orthodontic treatment for every patient.
Kaufman's is proud to offer the Maven Furniture Collection. Amish made in America, Maven is a 3rd-generational family-owned business that makes beautiful, solid hardwood furniture, customizable with multiple wood species, finishes, and hardware selections available. Fine furniture is an art. If you appreciate the very best, we invite you to create your own masterpiece that you and your family can enjoy for years to come. Kaufman's, relax your home.
Ready for the top of the 7th. South Gibson wants to get them out 3 up, 3 down, and get up there to hit. Crockett County wants to add to the score. It's a 4-run differential. Gabby Bursey will lead off. I believe she's 2 for 3 unofficially with a run scored. Everybody pretty well at normal depth and straight away. That pitch caught the corner, and that was a good pitch by Eliza Whittemore. Done a good job in relief. That one a little high and outside, held on to a little long. I want to thank both coaches. I'll probably thank them again. Excellent information sent from both coaches, from both schools, and want to thank both schools. That one a little low, and the freshman is behind 2-1 in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. There'll be a replay of this game on Worthy Road Studio. You have a lot of replays of there because they're archived in perpetuity, meaning they'll be there forever. Ball hit on the ground. Reed cuts it off. Shoots a strike over there. Got her by a step. There's 1 out in the inning. If you're using a scorebook at home, you score that 5-3. 5 is the third baseman, and 3 is the first baseman. That's going to bring up the top of the order in the ever-dangerous Texas A&M commit, Piper White, the shortstop up there, 2 for 4 today. Chose the bunt. She's going to slap it. Oh, she did bunt it. It's foul, and she can run like a deer. You got to be up there and shake hands with her when she bunts. Anything less than shaking hands with her, if there's a gap between your hand and her hand, she's going to beat it out. And Jade Reed's got a cannon over there at third. Second baseman up, first baseman back. That pitch outside. 1-1 the count with 1 out to the leadoff hitter, Piper White. She came in this game averaging .551, 38 hits, 22 RBIs, 4 homers, 3 of them are inside the park. There's 1 solo home run, 38 stolen bases on the year. Showing bunt, draws it back and starts to bunt again. And she is capable of dropping the bunt. When I talk about small ball, I got a text here. We're talking about they bunt, run, steal bases, play for position and situation. There's more to it than that. Nice pitch. That evens the count at 2 balls, 1 strike, or 2 balls and 2 strikes. Somebody will revoke my math credit if I keep doing stuff like that. It's 2-2 the count. That one outside, wanted to tempt her. And that's one of the strategies you can use to get the slap hitters and slap bunters, possibly make them foul pitches off. But it's 3-2 now, and you've got to get them out. You don't want to put this young lady on because she can run like a deer. Just missed, and it did, but it just barely missed. So on with a walk here in the 7th is Piper White. 1 out in the inning. Hannah Carter is up at the plate. Carter 1 for 3, has scored a run in this game. And it's fouled off down the third baseline. Reed would have gotten it if it had been fair. Would have had to gone to first because White had that one stolen. White's speed and base stealing ability almost causes you to throw fastballs. That throw a little high, and she slides in safely. So a runner in scoring position. Crockett County would love to get that one home because right now if South Gibson, and we're talking ifs, you know what they used to say, if ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, but you could load the bases and in theory a grand slam, or you could pick away at it, would tie the score up. So Valentine will hustle to first, but I believe she had to really stretch out. And so a hit for the hustling Hannah Carter. Runners at first and third, and White was going. Now with one out, the freshman Wesley Thornton up there. Thornton 3 for 4 today. This will be a tough out. South Gibson's got to keep that run from scoring and keep this within a 4-run. Now runners at second and third. Other than a line drive or something else, it kind of takes you out of the ground ball double play unless somebody just ran into a tag. One out, the advantage to Crockett County right now. That pitch high, so it's 2 ball, no strike count. And the other thing is when you get, this is called a hitter's count here, it forces you to bring the ball in. You can't nibble at the corners or jam it inside as well. And that one comes inside, so 3-0. Thornton at the plate with Stitz, Maddie Stitz, the third baseman, on deck. See if she's taking or if she got the green light. May get the green light this time. It's ball 4. So a walk loads the bases up. Only one out. See if Crockett County comes to the plate. If they try for 2, check your positioning or your fielders out. Stitz coming to the plate, who's 1 for 3. Had to sacrifice her last time up. Let's see what she's doing on this one. The quick White is at third. Fouled off. Right now, Eliza Whitmore would love to have a strikeout. So would her coach. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Sacks jammed. Drill to right field. This is going to score 2 probably. We cut it off, and it will score 2. And that's that cushion that they were looking for, they being Crockett County. We'll wind up with, after the RBI single, with runners at first and third. Still only 1 out in the inning and a 7-1 score. 2 important runs for Crockett County. 2 that you wanted to keep off the board if you're South Gibson. The hitter is Haynes coming up there, Maddie Haynes. And going to take it and turn 2. That'll end the inning, but 2 big runs went on there. It is 7-1 at the end of 6 1/2 innings of play with the South Gibson Lady Hornets coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Let's take a timeout.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We are back here, and we look to be back here Wednesday night for baseball action. We've still got some regular season games left in the season for South Gibson County. See the peg down there. This is it if you don't score. We've got Davis and Ballantyne and Reed coming up, the power hitters. But to keep this contest going, we have to score 6 runs. Crockett County has played masterfully in the field, but their pitcher give Anna Stallings credit. She's changed speeds well and kept the hitters, the normally great hitters from South Gibson, off balance a little bit. And stepping up to the pitching rubber in the circle is Stallings. That pitch on that inside corner to Brooklyn Davison. Brooklyn 0 for 2 today. The pitch low and outside. Good shot of the third baseman, the pitcher, and the first baseman with the umpire and the coach. Different angle from Worthy Road Studios. Here's the pitch. That one also high. You get to see the fine catcher Stolitz and the umpire. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Took just a little off of it. It's a 2-2 count with no outs. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th, Brooklyn Davison, the second baseman. On the ground. White gets to it. She makes an errant throw. I don't think she would have gotten her anyway. She's got a cannon, but it's hard to throw somebody out from that area. There's the runner that you need at first, but you got to have a bunch more runners. Not great grammar, but that's the true story. Stepping in there, and let's see. Davison may be hurting a little bit. You can have a runner, and she can re-enter the game if able. Here comes South Gibson's head coach up the line. Kaylee Puckett, the freshman, wears number 1, is going to run. So Puckett first, no outs. South Gibson trailing by 6. Swinging strike. Valentine up there. 0 for 2 today, which is very unusual for her. Slightly open stance. Just wants to get on now. This one fouled off, makes it 0-2, and she'll have to guard the plate. Has 8 home runs on the season. Stalling pitch goes high. And like I said, if you go back and watch the replay on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page, you'll see that Stallings has changed speeds quite a bit. Moved the ball around. And that one pegged to second, hits the runner. It's a 2-2 count, so a runner in scoring position. Kylie Ballantyne, the senior first baseman, at the plate. Came into this contest hitting .452. Got out in front of that one. Now, that one was tattooed. No broken glass in any of the cars down the line, but I'm going to tell you what, if that one had been up, that back window would have been out. Now, that time got a good rip at it, just got out in front of it. Let's see if the pitcher Stallings changes speeds on this one on the 2-2 pitch. Got under it a little bit. Deep, goes back and catching it at the fence. So a long, noisy out for the first out in the inning. It's a sac fly, though. The runner tagging up and going to third. Jade Reed coming to the plate, who also has home run power, but as I said, South Gibson just needs base runners at this point in time. One out in the inning. Jade Reed, the third baseman, sophomore. Good play in right field by Hoover out there, because I thought that one might get out of here. Reed takes ball 2, and she gave it a good look too. .30 and needing base runners. I'd say unless it's just grooved, probably the take sign is on. In the on-deck circle, the freshman Eliza Whittemore, who came on in relief. That one right down Main Street for strike 1. 3-1 the count with 1 out and a runner at third. South Gibson trailing Crockett County 7-1. Lights are on. Sun has disappeared, taking its absence from the game. Fouled off, and it's 3-2 now. Deep in the outfield. Not playing the bunt for sure, and with the 3-2 count, probably not on a power hitter. Jade Reed, also an all-district and region basketball player. Drilled, it's going to go foul, but she got that one. Got out in front of it quite well. If she could have straightened it out, that one would have been a liner screaming towards the fence. Now again, let's see if Anna Stallings, who has changed speeds a lot, and the ball, see if it gets out of play, and it does. Fouled off. Of course, the coaching staff situation. Allie played here. Coach Jefferson coached here at one time, the Crockett County coach. Allie coached and played at University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and then coached a little bit at UTM. Here's one hit on the ground. Reed hanging tough with a 3-2 count on her. You know, wish the New York Yankees would stay off my game changer. They keep, of course, I get these little blurbs of other games because of being a sportscaster at 1015, and they mess with my game changer sometimes. Here's the pitch. Drill to center. Back, center fielder draws a bead. Runner will tag and score. There'll be 2 outs. F8, the runner scores, and it's a 7-2 game, still needing 5 runs and base runners to tie this game up. Eliza Whittemore has to keep this game going. She must get on or this contest is over. Anna Stallings has done a good job on the mound and with good support. Let's say, they call it a strike. Okay, I can see where you would. So a 1-strike count, and each hitter, if Whittemore gets on, must get on now. I heard a little grumbling from the visiting crowd, but that one was I'm sitting right on the edge of the plate on the outside, and it missed. And I've got a better look-see, plus I've got my screen up here. Now it's 1-2 on the pitch fouled off, and South Gibson's down to their last strike. Eliza Whittemore wants to keep it alive. Coach Sally Harris clapping down there and giving encouragement. Coach Jefferson and his staff giving encouragement to their team. These two teams are two very good softball teams. The pitch drilled out there. Get a lot of air under it. The left fielder goes back, back, back. The left fielder gets it. That will end the contest. The final score of 7-2. Crockett County will go to 17-4. Crockett County will drop to 15-4. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back and wrap this contest up on the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios Network on the South Gibson Facebook.
There's no doubt when it's time to call the pros for your heating system, and there's no doubt who to turn to. McCoy's Heating and Air and Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company. Just the kind of pros I like to do business with. McCoy's quick and professional service was a blessing. I highly recommend. Wish they had more stars than 5, because I'd surely give them a 10. McCoy's is, in my opinion, the GOAT of heating and air. Daikin and McCoy's, West Tennessee's 5-star heating and air team.
At Rep Local Lawrence Funeral Home, we provide gentle guidance and support during one of life's most challenging moments. Our dedicated team is here to help you create a meaningful and personalized tribute for your loved one. From arranging heartfelt services to handling all the details, we ensure every aspect is taken care of with the utmost respect and compassion. Trust us to be there for when it matters most. Call 731-783-3026 to speak with one of our experienced funeral directors. Rep Local Lawrence Funeral Home, a tradition of caring since 1925.
Hey Jackson, welcome to Chuck Hutton Nissan. The Chuck Hutton name has been on car dealerships since 1919, and we would love the opportunity to show you what we're all about. We're locally owned. Our business model is big inventory and big volume on new and used cars. Nissan has awarded us a huge inventory, and we're going to sell them to you at invoice. Just choose a car from our great selection, we'll pull out the invoice, and that's what you'll pay. We look forward to meeting you at Chuck Hutton Nissan, 495 Van Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
Let me tell you about the American dream. In 1974, I had $425 to my name. I bought 21 carpet remnants, rented an old lumber shed, and opened Deaton Drug Barn on East College. I worked long hours with hope of taking care of my family. I'm so thankful to Jesus who changed my life. He gave me a dream. So in 1985, we opened Deaton's Carpet One on the 45 bypass with a commitment to customer satisfaction. My friends, don't give up on your dream, because your dream can come true.
And we are back here for the South Gibson fans, the unhappy final of 7-2. Crockett County wins. For the Crockett County fans, the happy final of 7-2. South Gibson, as the game changer people say, came up a little short against Crockett County. Masterful pitching job by Anna Stallings, though, changing speeds and keeping the great hitters of South Gibson off balance. And scoring came in the first and second for Crockett County, and also in the sixth. And the I'll look over here. Our good friends are loaning me the game changer. In the seventh, South Gibson couldn't score until the sixth and seventh inning, one apiece in that one. And really not a lot of hits today, just two of them. And we'll get Crockett County's in a minute, but South Gibson, Davison had a hit, and so did Whittemore, and that was it on the hitting part of it. And scoring, Puckett scored one of the runs, pinch running, and Simpson scored the other one. Let's look at Crockett County. And, of course, they had some people with some big days. There were 17 hits for them, and 3 of them, of course, came from Thornton, number 20, and she had a big night. Several people with 2, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you the wrap-ups. The line score, 7 runs, 17 hits, and 1 error for Crockett County. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for South Gibson. South Gibson could not keep pace with Crockett County on this Monday. Crockett County got on the board first in the first inning when Liggins singled, scoring 2 runs. Crockett County added to their early lead in the top of the second after Bursey doubled down the left field line and Carter grounded out, each scoring 1 run. Stallings earned the win for Crockett County. The starter only allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned over 7 innings, striking out 2. And Addison Morgan and Eliza Whitmore pitched for South Gibson today. Morgan starting. 17 hits, as we said, for Crockett County. Whittemore and Brooklyn Davison had the only hits for South Gibson. Jade Reed and Annie Whittemore drove in 1 run each for the South Gibson team. And like I said, Crockett County, 17 big hits. Liggins provided the pop in the middle of the lineup. It led Crockett County. Thornton was 3 for 4, did a great job. That pop early got Crockett County started so well by Liggins, and then the rest of the team picked in. I believe Solis, Piper White, Carter, Bursey, Stitz, and Hoover all collected multiple hits. White and Carter stole multiple bases. Matter of fact, Crockett County had a total of 9 stolen bases. The South Gibson Lady Hornets will play at home Tuesday against Westview in their next game. I do not have that. I again want to thank the coaches for both teams for some outstanding stats and helping out with being able to tell you whether people are freshmen, sophomores, etc. like that. And we want to take a time to thank players, coaches, administration, and those of you watching the contest for being with us. Remember our sponsors, support them, tell them you appreciate them bringing you South Gibson athletics and great contests like this one. Support them. You don't have to pay for these broadcasts like you do on the National Federation. And we are just about time to remind you this is a copyright broadcast for 2025 of Worthy Road Studios. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. Your executive producer, Paul Schulze, the director, Christopher Reasons, the main camera, Braden Rowe, and your play-by-play by Coach Joe Holloway. We want to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night, all.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2024. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the over 5,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel College, Lane College, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.